Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to make a quick video on how to make jerky using a electric pellet smoker. We're going to be using this old Pit Boss Pro Series. I want to say this is the fourth. Hey Aiden, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent. I want to say this is the Pro Series 4. Let's see here. I forget. Here it is. This is the Pit Boss V4 PS1. So this is the Pro Series 1 V4. We actually have a lot of cool videos of us fixing up this old cabinet smoker. It had been kind of trashed, and we're still fixing it up. It's not perfect by any means, but it works, and it works well. We have 4 usable racks. Got a water pan tray or a drip tray, however you want to use it. It came with the original fire pot shield. For starters, we got it connected to the power. Now we just need to make sure we top off the hopper. Let's grab our pellets. All right, you're gonna pick it up?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right, let's go. They go in the back. Open it up. We like to keep our pellets stored in this container, that way they stay dry, and we only fill up enough pellets for a one-time use. I don't leave pellets in the hopper. I really only need about that much, believe it or not. That's really all you need for a good 5 hours. And but just to be safe, we'll go ahead and top it off. So I think that's good, bud. We should be okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and close it. The hopper is loaded. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And always safe practice when you're starting up your pellet smoker, you always want to make sure you got a nice fire in here before you close the door. We'll be back here momentarily once this auger fills up the pot and gets it flaming. And we're back. Now we got us a little fire ripping and roaring. We'll take our shield box, hot box shield, whatever you want to call this. It's hot, leave it there. Now we'll go ahead and close up the cabinet.
And then we
latch it. Other way. There you go. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and crank our temp. I like to crank it up to 200. And for the first 2 to 3 hours, we're going to have the temperature set to 200 degrees. And I'll go get our jerky here pretty soon. Right. So as you guys can see, we still have about a third left. We used 2/3 filling up these racks. Well, it's starting to get dark. We have our temp holding pretty strong at 185. The probe is registering 194, 196. We have our temperature set right at 200. That is where it's at, right there. Racks and racks of juicy, tasty, scrumptious venison that's going to be dried up here in about 5 hours, looking real good. Before the jerky starts to dry out, while it's still moist, we're going to go ahead and do some fresh black pepper and just sprinkle it on top. That way it really kicks whenever we take it off and we start biting into it. Can't go wrong with peppered jerky. So any of the cracked pepper that doesn't land on this top rack will inevitably make its way down to the other pieces of meat. And if anybody were to ever ask me what's the key to making the best homemade jerky, I would say you gotta crack fresh peppercorns over the meat. So we're gonna leave our setting at 200 for the next couple of hours. Then we'll go ahead and turn this guy down to 175 after that. And then it'll be probably a good 3 or 4 hours at 175. It also produces a little bit better smoke at 175 coming off of this little smokestack. Well, it's been a couple hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy, see how they're drying out. So you guys can see that they're not so juicy anymore. Starting to kind of darken up a bit. Let's jump down to the control and we'll go ahead and crank it down to 175 as our cook temp. Close it back. Go ahead and we'll come back here in about 3.5, 4 hours. Ooh, all right, let's open her up. see how our pellets are looking. It was pretty low when we started, and it's only gone down a little bit. So our temperature probe is registering 199. We're still set to cook at 175. Let's open her up. This is typically when I'll grab a small piece and, you know, test it out. We're, you know, good 4 hours into the... Well, that's about all we need, is a good 4.5 hours. Some of these bigger pieces are going to take a little bit more time. So right now, this piece is pretty thick. I'm going to leave it on here. I'm just going to take these little thin pieces. And this is a good way to know that it's perfect to take off. As soon as it, you still want it to be able to wiggle a little bit. You don't want it to get too dry to the point where it's, but the outside, it's nice and dry. And when we pull it apart, it's not too dry on the inside. There's still a little bit of moisture in there. And we want that. We don't want it to be completely dried out, because then it'll ruin the experience whenever somebody's going to eat this. This one feels pretty good. Perfect. 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 Still a little too wiggly. You can just feel it. And it's, when you go to squeeze it, it's still kind of a little squishy. So it's not ready to come out. We'll leave that on. And we'll just get these skinny pieces off first. It's 11:15 at night. We set this guy around 6 o'clock. We had everything loaded up at 6 o'clock, so it's been a good 5 hours. So it's time to go ahead and hold the power button down. And now we're gonna just let this guy run the auger clean and get the remaining smoke out of it. There you guys go. This is how I make jerky using the electric pellet smoker. Hopefully this video helped you in one way or another. If it did, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys on the next video. Take care.